All right, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be running down the quickest and most efficient way, in my opinion, to be buying SafeMoon. This is going to be super simple. There's literally 3 steps when it goes into this, maybe 4, but it's extremely simple, and I'm not using PancakeSwap. I'm actually using an exchange. It's very simple. I'm going to break it down, and this specifically is for US citizens. It's even easier if you're out of the United States and you can use the other options, but I'm using the lowest fees possible and to make this as quick as possible once again. So let's get right into the content. Don't forget to subscribe if you like trading stocks and options as well. Let's get to it. So the first thing you're gonna need is actually gonna be this Cash App right here, the green one with the money sign, and I'm gonna show you really quick. Now I'm gonna go into why specifically I'm using this, but I wanna let you know. So it's gonna show up like this. This is the Cash App. You can buy Bitcoin through it. It's instantaneous as well. Now the fees are okay, but they're not as bad as something like Coinbase, in my opinion. This is what I use. You can also use whatever provider you use to buy Bitcoin or whatever Bitcoin you do own right now. That's what I'm doing right now, is just buying Bitcoin. It's very simple. And if you're using Cash App, it's important to know that you have to at least at the moment use $65 worth to have any type of transfer. But that negation is actually going to be 0.001 Bitcoin at least to transfer from Cash App. That's worth noting. And like I said, from there, the fee was like $2. That was nothing as well. So let's go to step 2. Okay, so we're at step 2, and I want to explain something first. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over and make my Bitmart account. So what you're going to need when you're here as well, just so you know, is going to be an ID or something just to verify who you are and where you are. The only state that cannot use Bitmart is New York, just so you know. That is the only state in the United States of America that cannot use a Bitmart. That's the important factor to know. As you can see, I already have a little bit of SafeMoon right here, and I was just testing it out. That's how I knew it. You needed to use about $50 or $65 worth to get it here. So let's go just into my account really quick. Hopefully I'm not showing you any information that, doesn't screw me. So as we come, we're going to go over to assets, and this is what I did. So a lot of people are making videos saying you have to use Tether, and yes, you do, but it's important to know as well, you don't necessarily have to use Tether to do this. So what I did is I used Bitcoin because if you're going to get Tether, you need Binance or some other exchanges, and I wanted to use the easiest and most efficient, quick way possible to do this. So I did Bitcoin. So what I did is I deposited Bitcoin through here, right here, and you just take a picture, or you can use your QR code. The QR code is the easiest way when you're using Square Cash as well. It's super simple. So I did that. It took about, I want to say 20 minutes for it to go through all the way. And then from there, you're going to go back to markets over here. We'll go over to USD markets, and then we'll click on Bitcoin USDT, and we'll go to trade, and it'll bring you back to this platform. This is in dark mode, just so you know, so it might look a little different. But as you come here, you'll just sell whatever Bitcoin you have. So it will show up in Bitcoin here. You'll push 100%. I have no more Bitcoin to sell because I sold it, and it will turn it into US dollar Tether. And then from there, you will type in SafeMoon right here at this top right up here. Make sure you do SafeMoon and not Safe Mars or whatever it may be, or whatever crypto you want to get. And then you come here, and what you'll do is you'll type in, it'll show up as a limit. So I went to market, and then I just market bought in 100% of the max amount that I could possibly get with that Tether, or however much Tether you're putting in, which is US dollars. And from there, it'll turn straight into SafeMoon, and you are absolutely done. But I want to break down a few things in this video as well that may have you a little bit concerned as well. All right, so a lot of these websites are saying to buy your coins and stuff directly off the site using MoonPay, Simplex, or Paxful. Now, what they don't really go over is the amount of fees required inside of these, and that is where it gets absolutely disgusting. Let me show you the fees that it was going to charge me. So when I was actually going to purchase some, you can see some of my card information there, super sketchy. As you can see, the fees were going to be $61 on a $30 purchase. Now, me being the, frugal man that I am, I didn't want to do this. So let's zoom back out, and I can go over a few more things right now. All right, so as I mentioned just a second ago, that fee is really going to start stacking up, and you already got through the bulk of the video just explaining how to get it. It's super simple. The longest process is actually sending the Bitcoin from Square Cash over to Bitmart, and it took about 25 minutes, which is kind of on the longer end, but it still got there, and I had no problems overall. Like I said, I went, grabbed a coffee, came back, and it was done. So that was cool. And then once you're actually on the exchange, changing the tokens are very simple. If you have any questions like that, I just recommend asking down below. And if you're in the Discord, just DM me and I'll help you immediately. It's super, super simple as well. I'll also be doing a live stream shortly after this, so if you have any questions, jump jump in there. But like I said, I'm trying to find the most cost-effective way to do this. And when you're buying directly off the site, is which I was kind of worried about, is they're going to pay an astronomical amount of fees. So the fact that no one's going over that these fees are absolutely ludicrous is something that I recommend you kind of stray away from, because we're trying to pay as least fee as possible. And the total amount of transfer fees going to what I just did from the initial amount, it was about $64 total when I got in, and then right now I'm sitting at like $58 total because there's a little bit of Bitcoin left on the other side. So I've spent about $6 in fees rather than spending $70 to $80 on the direct service, which would have been absolutely crazy. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope I helped you. If you have any questions, again, comment down below. I can try to make another video on this if you really need it, but I don't think you do. Again, like, subscribe, more videos coming out. Have a good one, traders. Namaste.
Check. The grooves in my mouth, double